Hello, everyone, and welcome to Planet Crafter episode 10, where I'm continuing moving everything into my permanent main base and also setting up a bunch of biomass projects while I'm waiting for certain things to unlock and also certain resources to start growing, especially the zeolite crystals, so I can get gas extractors. So, in the meantime, the moss terraforming has finally finished, and now it's on to flora, which eventually will be growing some zeolite, and that's going to be needed. So, in the meantime, I'm going to be gathering some raw materials for some tier 2 algae generators because I want to put another one down on the opposite side of the net so it's all even on the walkway towards this nice little lake base. And I mostly have a small storage system set up here that I'm slowly building and moving stuff into. So I'm just going to gather some more materials and get started on the tier 2 algae generators. And eventually this little base is going to be deconstructed in that, so let me just take a peek. I actually have some osmium to spare, so let me focus instead on the tier 4 drill and increase the terraformation index, because that would be a big boost in the pressure index, and also it'll get me closer to the tier 2 mining extractors, which I will need anyway for so I can properly mine in the osmium caves. And in the meantime, let me make a bunch of super alloy because that's needed. And also, for the bioplastic, I need silicone. So let me just build a storage locker real quick upstairs on the second floor here. Try to make this as nice and even as possible. So, as I said in the previous episode, the second floor is going to be for bio projects, while the first floor is going to be for the basic constructions that I've been doing right now, such as rocket engines, the rods, super alloy, and also some future projects. That's all going to be done on the first floor. But that's not until the terraformation increases. So let me just go to the aluminum field real quick in that and empty out that extractor, see what I have to make some more super alloy, and also gather some materials because I'm short on some stuff. And now it's so weird not having the moss terraformation done and the ground's green. So let me just float around a little bit with my jetpack. There's this one area over here that I never touched, so it should have plenty of resources that I can gather. And I'm just gonna look around real quick and just start picking at a few things. I still have a little room, so let me get some silicone. And also magnesium, maybe. But mostly silicone right now. Yeah, but little by little now, this planet is starting to change in that. So let me make a few more super alloys, so I have that. Because tier 4 drills take 6. And I need more magnesium. And I'm also short on cobalt, so let me just float around a little bit. And get to a little spot that I know I haven't really picked dry yet. And I'll go in here to this little canyon area and that. But mostly like the main open area right here. And also where my lake base is built, and that's pretty much picked clean at this point. There's very little in that. So I definitely rely more on the mining extractors for resources now than I had at like the first, I don't know, 6 episodes of this series. So let me just get for one more super alloy, then I'll have enough. And get the 3 osmium out of here. Now let me just build this T4. And also make sure I'm getting the bonus from the optimizer, and shoot. Alright, let me deconstruct this tier 3 drill and move this a little bit closer, because I definitely want to get the multiplier bonus from the optimizer. That should be cool. Alright, perfect. Yep, I'm definitely getting the bonus from it now. Good. And let me deconstruct a few of these for the resources, because really, like, at this point, the tier 4 drills are greatly outperforming them. And, yeah, pressure's really building now, so that's a plus. And let me just empty out my backpack real quick. And I definitely need to get more cobalt. So with biomass, plant rocket's gonna be next to unlock, and then tier 2 flower spreader. And I have ways to go for a beehive, so that's going to take a while. So let me check my powers at 102. I think I should build a few more food growers. Yeah. Since I have enough available power in the grid, I'm definitely going to be building a few more food growers. Because I'm going to need quite a bit of them, especially for right now. I have eggplant, mushrooms, and I want to build a few more for squash. So let me see how much water I can get, and then go to this little lake basin that being built. Check for some algae. Is some of this... Oh good, some of this is ready to be picked. Alright. That's definitely going to be needed for the bacteria samples. Okay, let me pop down some of these food growers. 3, 4. That one's a little too close, so I'll build a 5th one there. Perfect. And these will just have squash in them. And while I'm at it, if any of these foods are ready and that, I'll just pick them real quick and put them in the storage lockers. So now I'll get back to the tier 2 algae generators because I need two bioplastics. And I need to go across to get the other materials that I need. Because I need magnesium superalloy fertilizer or 2 superalloy magnesium and fertilizer. So for fertilizer, I should have everything I need for it. Oh yeah, I have plenty. 3 algae, 1 sulfur, and 2 eggplants. So yeah, this is why algae generators yield so much, because you need an abundance of them to build like the fertilizer and even biosamples and bacteria samples. My mistake. Alright, I still need some super alloys, so let me go to the iridium cave real quick, check out the mining extractor in here, see what I have, and then figure out the rest for the magnesium and 2 super alloys. And I promise you guys, in the future, making super alloy is going to be much simpler. So there's going to be much less of this back and forth BS between like my 3 mining extractors. I promise you that. You're just going to have to wait for future content to come out. So and okay, I got enough iridium to make another rod, which is good. So let me get started on this super alloy, get this out of the way, get the tier 2 generator up and running. Alright. Make this nice and even by putting it off over here. And boom. And of course, I knocked the power out like an idiot. I'm short by about 20 kilowatts, so I'm just gonna do like a temporary fix for right now, and then I'll build a tier 2 nuclear reactor later. And actually, let me deconstruct that food grower. That will save me on some power. And I'll build this tier 2 solar panel real quick. Or, my mistake, I'll just deconstruct a grass spreader. And that'll give me enough on the power grid right now. And in the meantime, since I have so much iridium rods and also uranium in that, actually, let me build a few rocket engines for future projects. Kinda wish I had more cobalt. But, and I'll build it, and I'll also make an iridium rod. Yeah, I should have enough for 3 or 4, so I'll build that. Okay, I had enough for 4 rocket engines, perfect. I'll put them with the iridium for right now. Okay, so let me get started with this tier 2 nuclear reactor. I have 2 uranium rods in there. I need explosive powder and one super alloy. So I think I know what exactly I'm going to do. And plus, let me check out some of these upcoming unlockables. Nuclear fusion generator, that is going to be huge when that unlocks. And I'm also waiting for that tier 2 mining extractor to unlock. So then I can comfortably get osmium, because right now I'm just picking it up in caves on the ground, which is not very sustainable. Especially now that there's a few more items that require it. So let me go into this area, explore a little bit, and gather some cobalt, because I'm extremely low on cobalt for my storage locker. And I'll pick up some aluminum too, but it's mainly going to be cobalt. So this area I really haven't... Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. There's the crashed ship there. Okay, cool. Another crashed ship area in that. Well, I think you guys know what that means in that. I might have to do some... I might have to explore that crashed ship and that. So let me get up here and get to the walkway. Hell yeah. I'm definitely going to explore this one. There might be a blueprint microchip. Okay, I'll just deconstruct this debris. Let me check this chest. It had some osmium in it. That's a plus. And is there any microchips around? I'll take this super alloy. Is there? Wait a minute. I thought I saw... Or you know what? I'll come back for it. Let me pop an oxygen and let me get the hell out of here because I forget which way I came from, so I need to find like a landmark. Okay, the desert crash ship site. Perfect. Now I know which way to go. Cause north or directly south, that should be the Iridium Cave. And then, yep. Okay. Yeah, I haven't made any beacons yet, so I need to use landmarks to help me out get to my base, and that when I do like all these explorations, or just remember which way I went. Alright, so got quite a bit of cobalt there, which should be really good in that. And since I have so many rockets in that, I'm thinking of launching a iridium rocket and a uranium rocket. Just for the hell of it. So, yeah, because I don't want to wait for that mining extractor to mine out the iridium in that. If I can trigger a meteor shower instead. Or a mine, yeah. So instead, I'm just going to get 2 rockets, and I remember for uranium, for the uranium meteor shower, it's cobalt. I forget what the other one is. Silicone. Okay. So let me go get the silicone real quick, and then I'll launch an iridium meteor shower rocket and a uranium one. And also, I've never really launched like 2 rockets like practically at the same time, so hey, this should be interesting. Alright, that first one is active. Let me launch the second one. And what the hell? Oh crap. What the... Those are supposed to go into the sky. What the hell is going on here? Did the game glitch or something? What the hell? Alright, one just despawned. What about this other one? Oh. Okay. Is it going to trigger a meteor shower? That's... Oh. Okay, so that's the iridium meteor shower. That was really weird. Okay, I am not going to launch multiple rockets as close to at the same time as possible. That was really, really weird. So let me just keep an eye and watch these real quick so I don't get hit. And I guess once this meteor shower ends, then the uranium one will start up. Yeah, that's really weird. Oh well. I mean, as long as I get the effects of them still, even though they didn't go into the sky and they rendered out. I guess no harm, no foul at that point. Okay. Oh, that one's way too close. I gotta get out. Yeah, that one's gonna land right on me. I gotta get out of here. Okay. Yeah. That first one would have clobbered me if I didn't get the hell out of the way. So, let me just, just make sure I'm out of the way of these meteors. Okay. Alright, now that one's done, so let me see what I can get in that. And also check out the mining extractor while I'm at it, because, yep, that's pretty full right now, so. Okay. Yeah, and the more I think about it, this is technically a sandbox game, so there would be some little glitches here and there. And oh well. Yeah, I still have ways to go on that tier 2. Mining extractor. And the nice little map overview. Okay, let me empty out my backpack inventory real quick. At least now I have plenty of cobalt. And my aluminum storage locker's almost filled. which is kind of ironic. And plant rocket has unlocked. Okay. Let me check out the requirements for the plant rocket, because I don't quite remember them from my previous playthroughs of this game. So, super alloy, fertilizer, lerma seed, and tree trunk, and tree bark, plus a rocket engine. Alright, that's a little more technical. Maybe in the future I'll launch one, I don't know. But right now, let me gather that uranium and iridium. And okay, there's some I can get to. Alright, cool. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Alright. And also that flora terraformation that the ground's starting to grow grass, if you noticed. I think I have enough uranium now for the Tier 2 nuclear reactor. Okay, let me get the super alloy. I need one more bottle of water. And then, exploding powder I'm going to need. And if I remember right, it was 1 sulfur and it was either, I think it's 1 iridium and 2 sulfur. Yeah. So, I have 2 sulfur here. Okay, let me check on these plants. I'll harvest this stuff real quick. And I'll just keep the squash on me in case my food levels get too low and I have to eat something. Okay. Let me figure this out. Let me go on the other side here, deconstruct this Tier 1 reactor. And the locals are going to be temporary. Okay. So, Tier 4 heaters has a ways to go. Tier 2 mining extractor has about 100. And I have quite a bit of stuff here that's going to, actually, how much? I still have quite a bit for the main terraformation index. Okay. I mean, it is what it is at this point. So, while I'm waiting for some stuff to unlock, let me make another iridium rod. Tier 2 agility boots. I actually have the material. I have the fabric, so I could actually, and the super alloy, I could actually make tier 2 agility boots. So I'll do that. Let me grab 2 of those. And I'll make that real quick. So, tier 2 agility boots will increase my movement speed a little bit when I'm on the ground. And yeah, I think I'll make yeah, I have the biomass. I kind of wish my heat index was going up quicker because that nuclear fusion would really help me out. But hey, it is what it is, so. And all these have the maximum multipliers that I currently have, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. I do have enough for another flower spreader, so oh yeah, I have plenty of water. I just need to make one more super. Do I have enough for one more super alloy? That will be really helpful. And cobalt. Okay, I have enough for another one. Perfect. Okay. And then the fertilizer I have to get from the lake base. Yeah, let me get my highest multiplier plants for those, for 2 more flower spreaders. And it's fertilizer, so it's water, it's algae, water, and eggplant, I think. What was it for fertilizer? Oh, algae, sulfur, and eggplant. Okay. Let me get 6 algae and 4 eggplants. And I'll just build 2 more flower spreaders for right now. And make like a nice grand entrance to the lake base and that. Oh, I needed one more. Oops. I miscounted the magnesium when I used it for the super alloy. My bad. Okay, let me build this. Perfect. Pop these 2 plant seeds in there, and that's that. Okay. So let me gather some algae because I used up 6 of them that I had in storage. And then, let me hit up the aluminum field mining extractor, and then the sulfur one. Yeah, and I forgot that one food grower, I had to put some squash in there. Yeah, bacteria samples are going to be used for future projects, so just want to make sure I have everything for that. Alright, time to go back to the aluminum field, and then I'm going to hit up the sulfur mining extractor. And this is going to be for super alloy and also just to gather up this uranium and iridium that now the rock's rendered out, so I can easily see it better. But this is mainly just to make more super alloy, of course. So let me drop this off in the storage walkers, then and also gather some water if I need it. Okay. So let me drop this off at the storage walkers and that, and then I'll go to the sulfur mining extractor. And yeah, I have... Wow, that storage walker is almost filled with aluminum. Okay. Yeah, let me go towards the sulfur mining extractor. And also, I think there's some osmium I can pick up on the way if I go towards the osmium cave in this area. So I might do that also. Okay, got a decent haul of sulfur and definitely got what I needed for some more super alloy, which is a plus. So let me go to this osmium cave and check it out a little bit, because, oh yeah, this section melted. Hello. Just when I wanted some super alloy, there it is. Okay. Alright, let me head back. I don't want to be here for too long. Okay, there's the iridium cave. Alright, so I got some super alloy. I got more of the basic raw material resources. Let me expand the second floor of the base real quick. Because I should have enough for another big living compartment. Iron, titanium, super alloy. I think I have enough. So let me drop this. Where is the uranium? Alright. Yep, I do have enough. Okay. Let me build a little more on the second floor in that. Line this up just... Or, on the first floor, my mistake. And let me get more titanium. And... Okay, it's not a meteor shower, so I'm not too worried. Let me empty out some of my backpack. Okay, I definitely need more titanium. So, let me go around and get some and actually enjoy what this planet has been offering so far. Especially since now the flora terraformation is starting and as you can see, grass is starting to grow here and there. Oh yeah, and iridium is easier to get to, which is a plus. And let me pick up, do I have enough room? Shoot. Alright, sorry uranium. You're gonna have to wait. But yeah. Now, instead of everything being dry and rocky, now it's all green and turning into lush forestry, and that with flowers growing. Okay, let me work on the second level here and the first just to make everything nice and neat. Alright. So, yeah, that's gonna work out for me real well. Let me see here. 85% ready. It's not ready just yet, so. Hey, it is what it is. And let me just see here. It's getting there. Mining tier 2 is almost unlocked. The flora terraformation stage is more than halfway done. And my numbers have skyrocketed since building the tier 4 drill. and pairing it with the optimizer. So, yeah, I got quite a bit going on. And I really want to build a gas extractor, but zeolite hasn't actually grown yet. So, but, I think I don't know if it should right now, so. But mainly I'm just waiting for the mining extractors to tier 2 mining extractors to unlock. So I'll just gather some raw materials. And also take a look at the lake. And also take a look underneath in the water for this whole lake area. But, yep. This planet is slowly changing. So let me get some oxygen capsules. Because I definitely want to check out some zones. And I'm going to need them. And let me just empty out my backpack inventory of non-essential stuff that I need. And that's kind of funny, I have one food grower left. Okay. So, wait. Oh shit. That's zeolite. Oh, it's finally starting to grow. Great. That's awesome. So, I just need to find one more net to, and then I can build the gas extractor. Alright. Well, in the meantime, let me, go to the osmium cave over here and do some exploring, because I really couldn't the last time. And see what's, and see what else is inside there, and see if there's like another like exit on the other side. But first, did I check out this chest? I did, I just didn't get everything. Okay. Yeah, let me check out the, let me check out this one other crash site real quick, just to make sure I cleaned it out. Did I? Yes, I did. That doesn't read as tier 2. Okay, there's the tier 2 solar panel. And since I have the jetpack, let me go up here. Because, okay, I'm close to the osmium cave. I'm probably like right above it. And, I can go up here. Orbital information screen unlocked. Okay. I guess this is the other side of the osmium cave. Alright, cool. Hey. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is this? Oh. Oh, what's this? Pulsar quartz. Okay. I guess this is where the pulsars are made, and also microchip blueprint. That's a good hit right there. All right. In the future, I'll explore that a little bit more. Right now, let me get back. Finally, tier 2 ore extractor unlocked. Perfect. Now I know it's going to be power hungry. 3 osmium, super alloy, and super alloy rod, and 2 iridium. I don't have super alloy unlocked. Shoot. Okay, I gotta hope that I just get lucky and find one in a chest somewhere. But yeah, I finally got the tier 2 mining extractor unlocked. And when I get all the necessary resources in that, I'll put one in the osmium cave, and that is going to help me out tremendously. So in the meantime, let me just head back to my base and that. Just want to double check real quick. That's where the zeolite was. And I don't think there's any, wait, what's, I think I see a zeolite. That little white flicker. Is it? Is it? Perfect. Yes. Okay, guess I'm making a gas extractor now. And that microchip decoded tier 3 agility boots. So 2 super alloys and explosive powder. Okay, that works for me. So let me just dump some of my backpack inventory real quick. And that. Okay, so that was a great hit on the zeolite. And let me see if there's any iridium nearby from that meteor shower that I can just pick up. So I can make another iridium rod real quick. Or I'll just worry about that some other time. Where do I want to put this gas extractor? There it is. I'll put it right here for now. Okay, so it's 4 items. Perfect. All right. So this tier 2 biodome, I think this is going to be the next build, and this will be on the 2nd floor, obviously. And I also want to make more, well, since I have the gas extractor plus some of the other stuff I'm making, I definitely need to put more storage lockers up on the 2nd floor. So let me do that real quick. I'll just put them on this side. I'll put one for the bacteria samples, the squash, and then the methane gas, and the ones for, I think it's methane cartridges or gas. Or, no, fertilizer. My mistake. Fertilizer. So it's bacteria samples, squash, and fertilizer. So this will be for bacteria samples. And the food growers are ready to be picked. So let me get all this food. And that. And I'll have a locker for the squash because I'll probably need that in the future. Eggplant and mushrooms. Alright, let me make some fertilizer and put them in the storage locker too, so I don't have to worry too much. And they'll go in this one. And bear with me in that, I am a little dyslexic when it comes to spelling sometimes, so... Okay, so super alloy, 2 fertilizer, 2 bacteria samples, and sulfur for the tier 2. So I just need to get the super alloy real quick. And of course, I don't have it. Oh, geez. I don't have no iron or titanium, too. Alright, let me go to my favorite little mining extractor, see what it has inside of it. And, yeah, just go from there. Okay. Now I have a... Yeah, I have everything I need for super alloy now. Alright. Yeah, I guess from making the storage lockers and the big living the large living compartments in that, it pretty much drained my my iron and titanium, and I just need explosive powder. I just need an explosive powder for a tier 3 agility boot also. So let me just gather a little bit more material resources here and get this out of the way real quick. Alright. So I know I have enough sulfur. Yeah, I have enough sulfur. I was just thinking maybe going to the sulfur mining extractor, but no, I have enough. Okay. Let me get the bacteria samples, the 2 fertilizers, and yeah, I think I'm gonna just make this tier 2 biodome across from the biolab real quick. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna build it. Now this tier 2 biodome, it generates tree barks, which will be used in future projects. And also the plant rocket too, so I have that going. Okay, let me make the explosive powder for tier 3 agility boots. And seed spreader rocket has unlocked. Okay, so that's a plus 40, I think that's a 45% movement increase. Alright, let me go to Iridium Cave because I am low on resources. Sometimes I get lucky in that with what's mining out of there. Alright, not too bad. And let me see here. I gotta make a storage locker for methane cartridges, so let me condense the iridium to a rod, because that's mostly outside of the explosive powder. I've been using rods. Let me get this. I think I have enough iron, and let me just hit up the atmospheric collector. Okay. Let me make another storage locker for methane cartridges. And obviously I'll put the water there. All right. Now that whole biomass screen, I have to figure out where I'm gonna put that. And the flora terraformation is almost done. Let me just see, is it... Oh, it's just regular abnormal weather. It's not a meteor shower or anything. That's a plus. But yeah, the flora stage is almost done now. My pressure index has skyrocketed, which is good. My biomass is getting better. And unfortunately, my oxygen is still kind of trailing behind a little bit. So the next one's going to be DNA manipulator, then super alloy rod right afterwards. Okay, well, that stuff's coming up pretty quick, so let me just let me see if there's any of the meteors that crashed here, plus, oh, zeolite. Definitely want that. Yeah, those little, like, rocky, cubby holes in that with the tree branches in that. That's the only place besides chests and storage lockers that, zeolite will grow. So... that's pretty much what you gotta look out for. And if I remember right, I think there's also a zeolite cave somewhere. But in the meantime, let me gather this uranium and iridium. Cause, oh, there's some iridium up there from the meteor shower. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. I hope I can. Or at least let me... or that's gonna be too tricky. So, yeah, let me go along this hillside area because I know some meteors hit in the lake. So, I should be able to find... there it is. I vaguely remember seeing some hitting the lake, so... Okay. Let me just replenish my oxygen real quick. And let's go back to this base. And, oh shoot. Let me hang out here because the floor stage is almost done. 0.90, 0.95, and then... okay, 4 stages done. DNA manipulator is unlocked. that also takes zeolite. Alright. I'm not too thrilled about the 141 kilowatts of power it takes, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so got quite a bit done with the base being built up a little bit, and gas extractors. Also discovered zeolite. So if you guys enjoyed this episode and that, like and subscribe and that, and I will see you again on the next one and that, where I will be continuing doing the space expansion and getting into all sorts of mischief. See ya.